Bro, who invited you?
I got meat now.
Child. You said you were gonna go mute, and then 2 seconds later.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh my god, I
Good
want to get this
fish.
guy over here so much.
That's some good fish.
Yeah, that's gonna be necessary for the next few minutes. Hello, and it is a warm welcome from the south of France as we are based on the Paul Ricard circuit for the French Grand Prix. It is our 15th round of championship racing as Season 5 in GRL enters its final quarter of racing. With 5 races to go after today, the battle for the championship is very much still open, with a gap at the top of the drivers being just 4 points, which is held by May. But with a complex circuit upon him, can he extend his lead at the top, or will he crumble? The Paul Ricard circuit is by far one of the most recognised circuits on the grid due to its new form of slowing the cars down. The blue and red stripes form as rumble strips as an aid to slow the car down if they are touched. The circuit measures at 5.8 kilometres and has 15 turns, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and it has 2 DRS zones. And what a time it is for the French fans, with a brand new driver pairing today in Alpine, who will hopefully bring in some new energy necessary to bring Alpine up the constructors' standings. This is the Global Racing League, this is Tier 2, and this is the French Grand Prix. Today I'm joined by Go Slow, who I did actually mute for like 5 minutes, so I will quickly unmute him. Yeah, he's still oblivious.
That's why I couldn't hear myself.
Yeah, that's exactly why I couldn't hear yourself, you child.
You cheeky bastard. Oh, sorry, no swearing.
Yeah. That's not a
My
swear
bad,
word,
my
bro.
bad. No, you never know what it is anymore.
Right, so in the top of the drivers, it is May leading by 4 points from RRL Apex. But luckily for May today, a lot of his competition is not around. The main threat to his win today is forming from a McLaren of true Loki God, who has won 3 out of the 4 possible, or the last 4 races. Second place is Apex, and was Chartman here? No, Chartman is still here. He's on 127, so there is still a lot to play for. Plain Cookie in fourth has not attended today, and Spandon is also here on 101. But I have been informed by anyway earlier in the week. I'm pretty sure Spandon has the new record for the most DNFs in a row. I think he's had 5 in a row or 6. So hopefully he can make up for it. And of course, yeah. Well, anyway, I know Loki has 2, not 3. Blah 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 blah. Do go to our constructors' standings. It is McLaren who actually lead the way by 287, followed by Aston Martin on 233. Curly has been very much gifted with a lot of his teammates. So he's on here Wabby, who is a 2-time winner. Then had Josh, who won his first, he's one and only race. Then he had MT Gaming Champ for a race. And then now he's got Loki, who has essentially come into the league and smashed everyone. But is it enough time to give Loki a real shot at the title? He's about 60 points away in P6 right now. And for the third place, it is heavily contested by Red Bull, AlphaTauri and Mercedes, all in between at 6 points. Mercedes sat third, Red Bull fourth, and AlphaTauri in fourth, and Red Bull in fifth. Now at the bottom of our table, it is Alfa Romeo and Ferrari, so both the teams from Maranello not having a great time of it. Unlike in Tier 1, obviously. You meant to get excited, Ghostland?
Sorry, I hope my charger's broken. Give me a minute.
Well, on a different note, luckily, we've been very much gifted by this Tier 2 title battle because in Tier 1, the Drivers' Championship is all over and done with, and it was taken by Tom Go Prof, winning his third win anyway now. I think it's his fourth, though. But that is the fourth Drivers' Championship for Tom Go Prof in GRL. Yeah, it is his fourth. I thought it was his fourth. So a congratulations to him, and also a congratulations to Red Bull, who picked up Constructors, but there's still very much to play for. Spandon picks up the first lap of the session, which is a 1:31.988, followed by Savant with a 1:35, so he almost must have had a little bit of a mistake. Ivy Whiffle is just going to come across the finish line here, and it is going to be a 1:32.2. Yeah, I agree. But to be fair, there's not been a vast majority of competition in tier 1, in my opinion. With Shagon, the only real threat came from OP Gamer, who's been on and off this season in terms of attendance. Nice Job, who has a habit of bottling. And Ghostler, and I mean, like, that's not really competition, is it?
Shut your mouth.
But hey,
that's my dog.
How many pets do you have, man? And there's a spinner, and that looks like Curly. 6? Alright. I think that was a Curly just causing the yellow flag there. Also had a little bit of an incident. But it's still like, I'm used to seeing darkness out my window whenever I do commentary in this league. A few positions swapping. I think that was Scarito just coming across the line here. What do you reckon will be the pole time if you're there, Ghostlo? But I'm pretty sure anyways is set. Essentially. What do you think the pole time is going to be?
1:31.5.
1:31. Really?
It's going to be from Ivy Whiffle.
Ivy Whiffle has picked up a pole position, I believe.
Andre, it's going to be a 1:31.7.
What is your? Have you done any France laps today? Or of course
I've
you
got
haven't.
even racing at France.
Oh, lovely.
It's alright.
So,
I'll come back.
You better come back.
We got like 50 minutes before.
Wait, we could get like P3 if we try. Because Williams, we're going to push them out of the way quite easily. We're going to get Haas because no one's driving for them today. It's either George or anyway in their respective teams, which surely we can get.
Yeah, but they're a little bit far ahead of us.
Nah, they're like 50 points. Mate, we can do that. If we just get like 5th, 6th every race, maybe you could like win a race or something.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, it's Epic in the house
How many
today.
wins did you
Oh.
had? How many
And
wins
yeah,
did you
George
have?
isn't racing, so we have a shot. Obviously, George will obviously miss our great party chats, which is a bit annoying. I'm just
He
gonna
was
go.
racing.
I've just been following the Ferrari of Degli Mosquito, who was purple in our first sector, but the one thing is with the curbs, they're so awkward to get right because sometimes you go over them, you go the exact same way, you'll go over them, but you're just gonna invalidate. And the second sector, Mosquito is purple again. Has Mosquito finally found a bit of a groove in his qualifying pace? Into the double right-hander of 12, or no, of 11 and 12. Keeps it about half power into 5th. Ups it to 6th. The left-hander will come at you. Just going to drop it into 3rd gear. He's running a bit low on fuel. It is now just 2 more turns. It's going to be a quick left-hander. It's going to be a swooping left-hander. Drops it into 4th gear. It's just going to hold it into 3rd gear. There's a quick right-hander, a chance you could get on the power. It all ends up on the exit. And he has probably touched the curb a little bit too much here, but now it is just a dance straight to the finish line. It is provisional pole for Degli Mosquito, 1:35.569, and he's already proved your provisional pole time incorrect.
Yeah.
It's one equal anyway. He's
That's
so much
my
better than you
position.
than you are.
Yeah, okay. What did
Well,
he
anyway,
say?
I'd get it right. That is
I'm
a
going to put a new one in. It's going to be a 1:31.3 now.
1:31.3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, by Spandon.
But that is a pretty solid lap from Degli Mosquito. He has the Ferraris haven't had a great season, being perfectly honest. But maybe Mosquito has found a bit of a groove in his pace. Maybe just got the setup right. But that is a pretty dominant pole position. Spandon has had a spin. Who is, as we said, I think is on the GRL record of most DNFs in a row. Which, for a person trying to fight for a championship or a potential championship, is not really what you want to hear. Question is, who do you think will win today, Mr. Ghostlow?
Well, I don't want to be too soon on it because I want to see who gets pole first.
No, come on, just...
But if I were to guess, based on the performance at the moment, I'm going to go with May.
Go with May. I think going May was a pretty safe option. Obviously, his opportunity... Oh, yeah, I saw. May's opportunity in Tier 2 last season did slip away from him. Everything was going so great for him in that final race this season. Obviously, he was complicated by me and Will anyway. Everything was going right. He was pole position. Josh spun twice on his lap, or his first lap, so he's down like 14th place. Everything was going brilliantly. Then a late safety car brought Josh up into 3rd, and May spun after the second DRS zone. But maybe things can go his way this time in Tier 2 and maybe win that championship.
Potentially, yes.
He has got a good shot. With Apex not here today, who was going to attend, but he's had to just nip off and do something. This is a genuine shot for May to really gain a bit of an advantage here. And also, so some of the races coming up are going to be very brutal for these drivers. We've got Baku and Singapore as a back-to-back. I know May is incredible at Brazil. He absolutely smashed everyone last year on Brazil. Also, May is like the longest member. Yeah.
What the hell does
To be honest,
Tenor mean?
Tenor, I don't know. It's Polish, isn't it? It's not Polish. I don't know what it means. I'm not good at English, bro. Loki, I did just pick up the end of his lap, and he just went 9/10 clear of his previous. He was 6/10 up through the second sector, but that is a pretty good time from the McLaren, who has essentially came into this league and slapped every other driver in Tier 2. He is driving with a lot of confidence right now. And a lot of dedication, I must say. He's always first to check in, he's always on time. It's always great to see from a new driver. And that's a Ferrari. That was a Heffy who was having a little bit of a spin. Let's see, is there anyone on a lap, Ghostler, that you can help me out with?
Anton, I think, is finishing his lap now.
Don't think it's a very good one.
Nope, it's not. Ivy Whiffle come around the last 2 times.
Ivy Whiffle is just a tenth up on his time. But it's just going to depend on the exit he gets here for the Alfa Romeo. And he's backing up.
Okay.
He's just backing up.
Hayden on the lap, but he's 4 tenths up. Advance coming across the line? No, it's a bad lap.
Is there anyone else on a lap? Let's have a quick look. Haytham is 5 tenths down. Heffy has invalidated. I think I've seen Spandon do about 5 laps today. Every single one has been invalidated. But let's go on board with him for his probably 4th run of the evening. It's going to come into turn 1, quickly drops it into 4th gear, puts all the power very gently into the right-hander of 2, and he's going to invalidate. This is very painful to watch for Spandon. It's almost like my first ever quali session here. Yeah, I remember
a pretty good lap.
What's it called? Invalidated my lap about 9 times. On my final run, put it in P8. That's probably been the best qualifying session I've done here. Yeah. To be perfectly honest with you.
You better know about that today.
I'm close couple anyway in terms of times actually.
Yeah, I better see you on pole then.
No, it was Com racing. Well, and Materis is racing. Let's quickly have a look at Anton. He's just going to finish his lap, but this looks like a pretty good lap from Anton. No, he's just 5/100ths of a second. He's improved, but all that is going to be now is the drivers could get into the pit lane and just reset themselves and get on a new set of tyres for one more final run. Let's go on board with Mosquito. He is sat in P2 at the minute. Did have his provisional pole time wiped away from True Loki God. Coming through this sector is going to be a sequence of rights and lefts. Puts it into the left-hander. Now it's a quick right. He's going to keep it into 3rd gear. He's touched the curb very, very nicely there. It's going to come into another right-hander. He's spun, I think. Yes, he is spun. I didn't see him come across that curb. Mosquito just has to get into the pit lane. That's all he has to do. May is improving by 3/100ths of a second. This could punt him above Spandon. Let's see how he can do it. It's a purple sector 2 for the AlphaTauri, looking to chase down Red Bull and Mercedes for that P3 in Constructors, as the Mercedes boys have not been firing on all cylinders as of recently. But I think May has not run out of fuel. That is in Alpine. Let's see what else May can do on this lap. He is pushing 100%. It's a quick left-hander. Can he hold it? Just going to brake very gently. He's going to touch that curb ever so slightly. Now it's just going to depend on the exit, and he's going to hold it pretty nicely. Let's see what May can do across the line. Is it going to be provisional pole? No, it's P2, and that is 4/1000ths of a second being separated from him and True Loki God.
It's going to be very close, though, in going into the pits and trying to get out quick enough.
Yeah, but it definitely will. If this doesn't show how close these drivers are right now.
Well, apart from 1:35.4.
No, I mean in terms of the championship.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're pretty close to that.
Realistically, this can go anywhere. I think it will end up between May and Loki, but you still have Chartman, you still have Cookie in there, you still have Apex.
Yeah.
You've got a shot at essentially anyone. Spandon's a bit far away; he's 50 behind, so a lot is going to have to go his way to make him catch up to the pack. But everything is still on a shot. May hasn't validated his lap. I think Chartman is on a flying lap. I have not spoke about Chartman once today. He is Mr. Consistent, still chasing that first race win of the season. He's had many opportunities, mainly in Spa, where he picked up a 3-second penalty at the final lap to reduce his win to a P2 or P3. But Chartman was 4/10ths up in our first sector. We'll put him at least into P6 right now. It's a very, very long back straight here, probably one of the longest on the F1 calendar. Sharp braking there. You should be able to run that curb very, very nicely. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, which looks like Ivy Whiffle is entering the pit lane. He will probably not get out on another flying lap. Charman across our second sector. He is 5/10ths up. Hasn't improved too much. He is purple sector 2 though. That purple sector 2 has been chopping and changing all this session. This sector he has to nail. You have to get really, really wide, touch the inside curb, and then you can essentially go full power along that final bit of the straight. It's a very, very long left-hander. This track is just full of very, very long corners. Rides the curb pretty nicely, reducing the amount of track he has to cover. The final 2 corners for Chartman. He's held the lap very, very nicely. This should be a vast improvement for the Williams. Let's see, can he put it anywhere near the top 3? Oh, it's P4 for Chartman. I did say it looked like a good improvement. That is a 31.985. Puts it into the 131s. That is not a bad result at all. Mosquito is also getting ready for his final run. Loki is a 10th up on his final time, and he's got a lot of free air ahead of him. No traffic is going to ruin this lap, and he's going to hold it all the way to the checkered flag. There's not going to be easy to bottle this lap on full traction, but let's see if he does in fact have a little bit of a bottle. Up into 7th gear, he's running very low on fuel, because that means he has probably timed this qualifying session perfectly. Still 45 seconds to go though, and May's not going to get another final run. The deploy is used for True Loki. Can he improve on his time? Yes, he can. A 131.
Oh my God. He must have gained so much time in that final corner.
That's probably going to be and Spandon has invalidated again. He will make the checkered flag, but
Go on board with
Mosquito. Yep, that is perfectly fine. So through our first 2 corners, he did hold it very, very nicely. He skates into 5th gear, puts it into the left-hander, coming up to our first sector line, into the right-hander. He's going to hold it at 4th gear. Across our first sector, I didn't actually see a time. Did you see a time? No, I didn't see a time. Well, that's fucking... That is brilliant. 2 tenths up on his time. There we go. So he's plugging it into official. Oh, Chartman has retired. It was out in the pit lane. Oh, Mosquito's lost it.
No, he's a lot of temps down.
Oh, Mosquito. That's still P3 for the minute, but he's going to be gutted. But Anton is also improving on his time. He's a 10.5 up. This Alpine is firing on all cylinders today. Scarito, not so much, but I think he's also on a flying lap. Both the Alpines all the Alpines are giving each other. He's giving them a slipstream as well. How kind from Anton. He is a 10.5 up. Scarito is going to be skating in P9 for the minute. Curly is finishing his session in P12. Savant finished his session in P12. Can I say P12 for Curly, didn't I?
Yes.
I thought I did. Let's see, can Anton still improve on this time? Mosquito's session is over. He's had a little spin. Loki comes into the pit lane. Can Anton? He is the only man who can maybe push Loki off his top step. Ivy Whiffle hasn't validated his time. It is going to have to be all push for Anton. He's got loads of battery to go. Mosquito will be devastated. He can at least put it into P2. What is going to be for Anton? It's going to be P6, just not enough. Strixon is on a final run. What's it going to be for him? Is it going to be an improvement? P3 for Strixon. There we go. That's what the Mercedes boys wanted to see. Hatham is our final runner, and that is a 1:33.5 into P11. But that is it for qualifying. Loki God picks up another pole position. I'm not sure how many he's had this season, but obviously will anyway, no, because he's a genius. That is his 3rd pole position of the season. Very, very well done to him. But has got May right behind him. But you got to feel for Daily Mosquito. He's the one who probably could have nicked pole there. He was 2 tenths up in our first sector. He will be devastated. But I have no clue, bruv. That's brilliant. Yes, let's go through our classification then. Loki in the McLaren picks up another pole position for the team. May in P2, still looking to extend his gap at the top of the championship. Strixon in P3, Daily Mosquito, who has shown a lot of pace today, but has also shown some mistakes. Chartman in P5, there is Spandon and Anton pairing up the P6 and 7, so P7 for Anton on his, not his debut. Ivy Whiffle in P8, and it is Scarito's debut into P9. Curly P10, Hatham the reserve in P11, and then followed by Savant, Heffy, and Noble Gamer. But this is essentially now Loki's race to lose. He is chasing this championship, and to be honest, I think right now he needs May to get away from him. All that May has to do now is to at least slow up Loki here, because Loki has been gaining like mad on everyone. Let's see, what is the weather conditions like in the South France? It's normally quite sunny, and it is very sunny. That means rain for Tier 2 or Tier 1, unfortunately.
Yep.
Because there was a time today with George not racing Tier 1, and Willeno said he wasn't going to race. There was a time where it could have just been me and you in a party. I suppose that scares me.
Shut
I
up.
don't know how I put up with it for ages.
It was your idea.
It was your idea?
You were the one that messaged me saying you wanted to turn a party.
When did I do that? Fine, give me the proof. Give me the
At
receipts.
the start of last season. I'll go screenshot it, shall I?
You're commentating, but
I'm going to be scrolling for a while, but you know, it'll be here.
Skuga's waiting for all the players to get in here. Ivy Whiffle's biggest fan, Bruce, is always back in the chat.
Does he just put like the one message and just leave for something?
No, he's quite active, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Bruce is Sku waiting for that first Ivy Whiffle win. He's Sku waiting. But I think the lobby, or I think F1 is doing a bit of an F1 right now, because we're still waiting for players.
Yes. So I've only just stopped looking at this season's chat. Damn.
Okay, no, we're good. It's starting in 15 seconds. So we will do our weekly helmet check to see who is actually putting some time and dedication into showing how good they look. Remember, it's not about how good you are, it's about how good you look while you're doing it. Let's see, has anyone put in a bit of an effort? Or are we going to be still waiting for players? Oh, there we are. Is formation lap on? Right, let's have a look at Loki go with the classic zebra design. He has that every week, and I still like it. May, once again, see it every week. Strixon has already hit a wall. He is running no traction and no ABS, so that's obviously not working out. Well, it did work out well for him. Deadly Mosquito, seen it every week. Ooh, I still like Chartman's, you know. I can get rid of Chartman 2 weeks in a row, though. Ooh, I like Noble Gamers. Or Garter, sorry. For me, I think Ivy Whiffles is nice, but I think I've seen it before. But Ivy's is really nice with the car.
It's alright, yeah.
But Ivy may not have a win yet, but he does have a win in the weekly helmets. So, Ivy, you have got the nicest helmet today, fella. For me, I'll just retire at that point. That's all I need to know.
How do I change my camera setting? Somewhere.
God, the one thing... Oh, Spannon's had a little spin. This is not boosting a lot of confidence for him right now. All these drivers just hanging very nicely together. Should be a lot of tyre warming here, to be perfectly honest with you. It is seem very hot. Let's quickly have a look at tyres. Everyone going for the medium tyre, apart from Hatham, Curly, Screeto, Whiffle, and Loki on the hard tyre. Jack predicts a Curly win. I would be very surprised if it happened.
That is very bold. No offense to Curly, but you know. Do you know how I can change my camera settings?
You go into camera customization, bud.
What the hell is that?
It's in settings.
Bloody settings, not there.
Well, you can have a look at it in a minute. While we just because you need to look at the back of the pack for me.
Oh yeah.
Jack, I don't think you're old enough to be a bud.
Spun. And Noble has spun as well, trying to warm his tyres up. Isn't that a penalty?
No,
Is
no.
that not in this league? Oh, that's
it's hard to explain.
Alright, I'll be at the back.
Yeah, so we are all good for the 5 red lights here in Tier 2. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the south of France for the Paul Ricard circuit. And it is here we go. May does not get the start. He wants Loki. Is going to hold that lead into turn 1. Srixon is having a go onto Mayhe. He's up into P2. Into turn 1. There's a big collision from the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri. There's a spin of Deadly Mosquito as well, who may have had a little tap. And there's a Williams at the back as well, who's spun. Everything is changing positions.
Haytham and Spannon both. Haytham got hit from behind. Spannon, I'm not sure what happened to him, but he has also spun.
Whiffle is up into P5. Bruce is going to love to see that. Srixon is now attempting to follow this McLaren on that medium tyre. He's going to be extremely speedy on these opening laps. Ivy Whiffle is getting a pretty good run onto Chartman here. Gap is just at 2 turns. There's a yellow flag at the back, which is Haytham. Down into the chicane. Whiffle goes down the inside. Is he going to hold it? He's going to give Chartman just enough room. There's a bit of contact as Chartman does go onto the rumble strips, but Whiffle has the grip just to get away from him. But this fight is not going to be over for Chartman. He's going to fight this back into the right-hander of 10. Let's see, can he hold it? He's using all his battery to fight this. He's going to hold it. Whiffle around the outside. There's another bit of contact. There's still going at it, but Whiffle does outbrake him. Chartman's going to carry a lot more speed here, though, into another right-hander of 11. Whiffle is going to have the inside line for 12. Whiffle breaks extremely late. Chartman still holds it. There's another bit of contact. This is a huge scrap for P4. Chartman is still defending this, and he does keep the position from Ivy Whiffle.
Has spun.
That was some pretty hard racing, but Whiffle once again gets a nice run. A lot of these drivers have just pushed each other to the limits, and Chartman is going to win this battle. That's going to hurt his tyres very much so, and his battery. And his racecraft is going to be in a bit of a hindrance right now. But Whiffle is still not ready to give us up. He is still closing in on that gap. The hard tyres may be favouring the Alfa Romeo on this earlier stage. Maybe not enough tyre warmth for the Williams. But that was some pretty nice racing. Curly is in P8 right now. Savant is still chasing him. There's a 6th gap. Srixon is a 6th gap up to P1 with May right behind him, looking to retake what he had from the grid start. Whiffle is once again using the battery to close in on Chartman. Into turn 8 is going to be easy enough for Whiffle, I think. Yes, it is. Brakes probably a bit too late. Goes off the track in doing so. Chartman is still going to follow him here again. It is going to be round 2. And there's a pure Whiffle. There's a lot of contact from Whiffle there. But Chartman is going to have the inside line once again. They do not make contact this time. Chartman is going to try and hold everything into this corner. Whiffle goes round the outside. Chartman is going to hold it pretty nicely. Whiffle's going to get a very nice run though. But he does get pretty nicely blocked from Chartman. That is great defending from him. There was a lot of wheel banging on that straight. There's a bit of position change. That is May onto Srixon. Always had a bit of a mistake. Whiffle is really hurting his battery usage here, trying to get this position. Maybe just has to be patient and wait for DRS just to get that easy pass. But these two are scrapping like mad. May is gonna be a bit under pressure here from Srixon Das. Let's see what he can do. Srixon, just backs out pretty nicely there. Noble Gamer picking up a 5 seconds penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so he obviously has some sort of damage. Whiffle is still following. The red light of Chartman is flashing. He is still going to be under a lot of pressure here with DLS being enabled. It's going to be all panic stations for the Williams team. Let's see, this is going to be hopefully a pretty easy move for Ivy Whiffle. He's got the battery, he's got the straight line speed. This should be a very easy pass, in which it is. Chartman is not going to fight this too much. Whiffle into P4. But to see, just Chartman once again gets a nice little exit there. May is still closing in onto Loki here as well, so maybe Loki having a bit of trouble on those hard tyres. But I've got to admit, I think the medium to hard is by far the better strategy. It's so much better.
Chartman though running very low on his ERS.
Yeah, Chartman is going to be under pressure here from Anton and Scarito here. Both these Alpine drivers hunting for points. There's been a spin, and that is Spandon, and he's lost his front wing. Oh, the bad luck continues for Spandon. Yeah, Jack, do you hard medium tonight, alright? Do it, please. Give me the position. Chartman is going to get the run on the DRS here. Down into turn 1, but Whiffle just pulls away. Simple as that. Anthony's going to skate in this hunt, and so is Scarito. These Alpine boys want a bit of this scrap as well. These two new drivers in the French car are all ready for this. Scarito is closing in so quickly. Anton has got a huge amount of battery at his disposal right now, and he has got Chartman right in his sights. There's probably going to be a move at the top here. May is going to follow this. There's a lot of cars very close together here, and I can't follow all of them at once. Let's watch May, and there's been a yellow flag. Is that Whiffle? Who is that?
Stricken.
That's Stricken Das. And May has retaken the lead into turn 9. That is how you do it. There's another yellow flag, and that is probably for Stricken Das as well. May has taken the lead of this Grand Prix. Chartman and Anton are still scrapping this out for P4, 5 and 3. Also, Scarito is in there, but has just dropped back a little bit, probably being a bit distracted by the battle of Cop. Loki does get very close to May, and this could be a little bit of an opportunity into 12 here, but May just gets a huge amount of momentum around coming up into now 13. That is how you drive. There's been a move at the back that is getting Mosquito onto Savant, who's probably just let him through a bit there. Chartman is still right on the back of Ivy Whiffle here, just over a tenth. Loki is going to get another dosing of DRS here, and he's going to deploy that battery. He's going to try and put Mate under as much pressure as possible. Chartman is going to get the move done before the straight. But Whiffle is just going to close him off with a bit of room. Whiffle, that is probably a bit too aggressive from him. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. But Chartman in turn 1 gets the move. That's probably a bit too much wheel banging for my liking from Ivy Whiffle. But he's going to have another opportunity here. There's been a bit of a rear end touch from Whiffle down into turn 3. And Whiffle does hold it, but to be fair, that's the amount of space you should be leaving there. Whiffle cannot use every ounce of the track. There's been a yellow flag, and that looks like Hatham to me. Chartman is going to be able to fly ahead on this straight now. Whiffle's had a huge bit. That knock probably just distracting him a bit, but can he get close to Chartman here? He may be able to. No, not enough. And Anton is going to be right under pressure here as well. He's going to try and get Whiffle. He knows both these cars are very vulnerable right now. But Whiffle and Chartman are really going at it here, fighting for that podium position. Anton is right on the back of Ivy Whiffle here, and there's going to be an opportunity into 11. Can I see? Does he go down the inside? He's going to carry a lot more momentum, and that's how you do it. He's had the inside line. But no, Whiffle's coming back at him into 11, into 12. Anton's going to try and hold around the outside. Whiffle does not leave him a lot of room, to be perfectly honest with you. Anton is still going to hunt into 14 now. It's going to be one more turn of 15. Chartman is now out of DRS of Ivy Whiffle, because he's now under immense pressure. There's been a spin of Heffy as well. Let's see. Anton is going to have a lot of battery and a lot of DRS here to try and get Ivy Whiffle out of his way, and it's simple as that. Anton into P4. Scarito now has the opportunity to close in on this pack. But Chartman needs to try and push to get away, and unfortunately, yes, moment, I am joined by Ghost away. It is very... Can you just look at the top for us, by the way? To see if anything's happening up there. But Whiffle is now trying to get back that position, and Anton is trying to push to get into the DRS of Chartman. I think he's going to be very, very close. Does he get it? No, Anton does not get the DRS. This will be the position for Ivy Whiffle, I believe. Down our back straight. There's a lot of straight here to get this move done. There's been another yellow flag. That is Heffy again up to turn 12. But Whiffle, that lack of battery is just hurting him so dearly. Ghost, though, apparently your moment's hero.
Yeah, that's all that.
But Whiffle is going to get another good run here, coming into 10. Let's see what he can do. He's going to have a lot more... Oh, what was that? He's going to have a lot more speed, but he's going to brake early and look to get the inside line of Anton, but he does not budge. Jack called you a snail, by the way.
It's alright, Jack, where are you in the standings?
I'll let you two settle your beef at another time. Scarito is still hunting down this pack, but they're very much spread out now. Whiffle has dropped back a bit on Anton here as well, as he's been using his battery very much. Let's see, Whiffle is massively dropped back, and now Scarito is putting himself into this occasion. It is a 4-6 for Alpine at the minute. everything is going their way. There's a Ferrari coming out of the pit lane that is Heffy on the soft tyre, who's not had a brilliant time out here in France. But as I said, it is a very complicated circuit to get right. Jack put like last because.
Yeah, I just seen it. There's no need for doing this in the comms stream.
I agree.
Jack.
I think just drive faster. Scarito has now dropped out of the DRS of Ivy Whiffle, but it is a 7/10 gap for Whiffle onto Anton. But with a battery advantage for the Alpine, he should not gain a lot here. Loki is a bit very much. Oh, Charmanski seed! I will quickly send out another invite to the Tier 2 chat.
Loki got his back in the DRS of May.
There we go, Loki or Chartman, I did just send you an invite, but this is going to be crucial. Anton is going to get up into P3. I have sent Chartman an invite, so hopefully he can get back in his car. This will also be the position for Ivy Whiffle as well. These two have had a brilliant scrap so far today. So Whiffle is... Hey, you boys, calm it down.
I don't know what I'm scared of, hang on.
No, do not argue here. Scarito is still gaining onto Chartman. You boys can like get a room and do it or something, because I'm not really interested. Stricken has been gaining onto Curly, and there's been a mover that is Chartman's AI, which is extremely unfortunate. I do feel bad for Chartman. That's his championship run essentially ended, and Stricken has gone off the job there, or gone off the track, and Chartman is back in the car. It's obviously very unfortunate for him, but he will come out in P6 with still a lot to play for. Loki is hunting down May still, but May has been holding on to this medium tyre so long. As I said, I do prefer the medium tyre to the hard on the earlier stint. But the hard on the last 2 or 3 laps are, it feels like you're floating, bro. It is such a nice feeling.
So then just consideration. I'm not going to say anything specific here.
Oh, Strixon! I was following him then. He put on his battery mid-turn.
Oh, dear.
Mercedes are blowing this position away in constructors. They are really, really blowing this away. Whiffle has once again closed up to the back of Anton. That medium tyre does go through a bit of a graining effect where they just freeze up and you get no sort of grip and no feeling in the tyre. And I think lap 8 is probably about the time it starts to happen. So Whiffle will start to have a bit of a tyre advantage here. Let's see, into 12 now, up into the left-hander of 13. To be fair, this track actually suits me a bit in terms of the long left hand, like the long turns. I like it. It's what I like. I don't like the sharp chicanes where I can't move my controller quick enough.
Loki God has gained like 5 tenths in the past few laps, and he's got a lot more ERS than May. So he could be in striking distance very soon.
Yeah, he really could be. Maybe, yeah, once again, Maze, I think those medium tyres are still just starting to have a bit of an effect now, where they are just losing grip.
Is that Heffy again? Yeah.
Yep, he's not having a good race. Poor Ricard is a complicated circuit. With the wrong setup, and you get in the rhythm of spinning, yeah, it can be brutal. Let's see, Whiffle has really closed up to the back of Anton here. This should be the move. Heffy gets a 5 seconds of speed in the pit lane. I'm assuming he's going to retire in the pit lane. That's completely understandable. Whiffle is not really closed up as much as he would have liked to here. Down into turn 9. Anton's going to have the inside line, but Whiffle's going to go right around the outside. And he's going to take the racing line off of Anton. That is a pretty nice move from Ivy Whiffle there. But Anton's going to come right back at him.
Both of them very similar ERS, so this is going to be a good scrap.
Yeah, absolutely will. Anton is really hunting for this position now. He knows Whiffle is for the taking, but am I lagging or is Whiffle lagging there?
No, it was kind of braking and stuff.
Yeah, sorry, it does look very weird. I'm not looking forward to trying to overtake in that corner today. No. I mean, when I'm lapping you, at least you'll be ghosted, so it'll be alright.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, Anton should be able to get this position back. Chartman has now got Scarito in that Williams eyesight. Remember to underfuel for this track tonight, lads. Yeah, nice jumping moment.
I think he's going to make a move into turn 1 here. No, just not enough.
Oh, yeah, so I was not looking at that gap at all. This should be a pretty nice move for Loki here. They're both using their battery and they are pushing at an 8.5 second gap at the minute onto lap 10. almost at our halfway point for the French Grand Prix. Also, not on the circuit or not on the calendar this year. And they put jokes on you, Spray. Yeah, I'm not under fuel. No, why would you under fuel? There's a move at the back that is Srixon onto Savant, and Chartman gets the move done onto Scarito. Let's see, Loki, does he have enough to get close? He's going to come up right to the back of May into turn 9. He's going to have the inside line into the chicane, and he does brake later. That is the new lead for True Loki God. May just has to back out of that move. But Loki is now leading the Grand Prix once again. May in P2 is going to try and hunt him down, but he's going to have to make his pit stop anytime soon. Those tyres will be on about 45-ish%. Mosquito is right on the back of Curly here as well. He's sat in P7. He's has had quite a boring race, to be honest with you.
One thing I have noticed is May's last corner exit is a lot better than Loki God's. So you could potentially get him again at this next straight.
Yeah, the gap is still closing. That slipstream is just benefiting the AlphaTauri there. But let's see, as he said, let's see if he does get the better exit. You sure?
Okay, well maybe not this time. But the other
I don't know what you've been watching, bud, but your information is flawed. Mosquito is still right up to the back here. There's been a pit stop of Ivy. Oh, sorry, I thought Ivy Whittle pitted down. He's on the hard.
I'll tell you what tyres he goes on.
Yeah, but you're going to the medium, I'm assuming. Although, yeah, sorry, the hard.
Yeah, he's going on to the hards.
May, once again, is attempting to get this position back onto Loki. I think that graining phase for the medium tyre is over. Mosquito is right on the back of Degny Mosquito here. So Anton is going for the undercut. Those hard tyres will heat up very, very quickly in the South France sun. And it is very hot
as well.
Degny Mosquito is once again pulling that gap very, very close, because over 5/10, but into the right hand of 7. He should be able to come close, but he's had a bit of a wobble there. Let's have a look at May. He has not really gained too much time. There's been a... Oh my!
Did you see that?
I just saw the back of it, yeah.
I'm not sure, having no braked on the straight or something.
I don't know, I didn't see.
And then Spallon just went straight into him. That was so weird.
What has just happened? And that is a safety car, and that is the worst timing for Anton. What has just happened?
That wasn't even his fault though, that's the thing. I'm not sure what happened to Noble here, but...
I just think... What has just happened?
What was that?
I'm so lucky I managed to catch that. Let's have a look at the top drivers here.
I'm going to save the video clip and then...
Loki is not going to pit. Spandon is just completely winning to the back of Noble Gamer, I think, under braking zone.
I think Noble did brake check. So I'll rewatch it now. See what happened on my screen.
Scarito picks up a 5-second penalty here, but Anton is going to really, really hard under this safety car. He's going to gain 0 positions, and in fact he's lost 4 of them. Is going to be the medium tyre or the hard tyre for every single driver here, depending on what strategy they're originally on. But Loki has not pitted under safety car. That is the shock here. He is not pitted, which I do not entirely understand.
Yeah, okay, so rewatching it, Noble definitely braked very hard on the straight. So potential brake check. Well, I'm not sure why he would brake there is the thing. Maybe you're trying to give him the DRS?
No. Surely it was on the pit straight. I just think he was braking. No, when did he brake?
Hang on, let me read. At the 100 meter. Wait, no, at the 200 meters away or something. Like, you know when you turn out the pit lane, or that sort of area. Well, that was weird.
But that is a huge crash for Spandon.
Loki hasn't pitted. It's bold.
But it is the first safety car of the evening on lap 11. Yeah, Noble definitely looked like he brake checked. Not brake checked, but...
No, it was a brake check. There's nothing else to say about that, I reckon.
Not too sure. But is that true Loki got in the pit lane? Oh my.
What?
The strategies went out the window for Loki. He's going to lose every position.
Safety car will probably be in by the end of this lap as well. This is the second time around, and everyone will be caught up.
But that is a huge collision here. Let's see where Loki's going to come out. He's going to come out behind Savant, I believe. Yes, he is. That is P11 for Loki. Now he has got a job at his hands here.
I reckon he'll do it though.
He's got the strategy wrong.
That picks up another 3-second penalty. See what he's on. He's on 12 seconds of penalties.
Oh, so I haven't looked at penalties yet. My apologies. There's a drive-through for Nobel Garter, who was involved in that incident. Obviously, I'm not too sure what happened. But it is 5 seconds for Scarito and 12 for Savant. But what worries me, I get loads of penalty around this track, so why is no one getting penalties?
I think it's just you. You being pretty bad.
Well, hopefully the safety car should be in this lap, maybe.
I reckon Noble might have rear wing damage.
Yeah, he must.
He came into like 300 kilometers per hour. So, have to see how he handles the car here. Yeah, he's going very slowly around the corners, so potentially rear wing damage. Potentially not, actually. Yeah, Spanner's now left the game.
But that is a huge collision.
I'll ask him what happened. Hang on.
Let's see, will safety car be in this lap, or are they going to wait for the abandoned Nobel Garter here? I think they're going to wait. That's very kind from the safety car driver. But this is once again a situation which is something that Bruce would love to hear. That Ivy Whiffle has got another shot of winning a Grand Prix. So does Chartman. But they need to push like crazy to put May under some pressure here. But there is definitely the possibility of a new race winner here. Haytham is on the 12-lap hard, so he will not be in any sort of contention. Loki pitted again. No, he didn't. Liar. Is it me, or is it getting very dark?
It is getting quite overcasty.
Yeah.
Could see some rain at the end.
Yeah.
Although that wouldn't explain why everyone picked the hards. Because they could have gone to mediums.
Medium inter or something.
Yeah. Essentially, it's just going to be overcast.
You know the scene from Drive to Survive where Nikita Mazepin is like, I know Russian weather, it's gonna rain. That's all I'm imagining right now.
We're getting some radio talk from Spanning the Gamer right now. Let's see what he has to say.
See what he has to say. How?
It's in the Discord, hang on. It's typing. You know how I'm referencing that?
They're gonna get his radio.
Oh
Yeah,
no, oh no.
No, the mediums will be at full power. They're like 60%. Realistically, they'll be at 48, 50 maybe even 45,
So,
depending on how his laps go.
Noble was letting me go, but I failed to realise that and crashed into him.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure why he'd be letting him go there. Is there anything?
He was being lapped, maybe?
No, definitely not lapped. I think he would have ghosted. He was ahead because they were fighting on the pit straight with Scriven.
And there we go. The safety car is coming in this lap.
Oh, Happy is blaming the game. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen that one before.
Let's have a look now. Loki has got a very big job at his hands. He's going to have to cover the pack, and it's going to rain. Look how dark the track is.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it is going to rain.
It's going to rain. It has to be.
Go on to Curly's stream, see if he's got any.
No. You can't say that, man. And all this,
What do you-
May and Whiffle
Ivy
just hit
wants
each
him
other.
Ivy wants him to go.
Yeah,
But
Whiffle's
May,
going
we
to have to back
see
up a bit here.
May likes to go very slow behind the safety car.
Whiffle, whoa,
Ooh,
my!
this is getting a bit sketchy.
Whiffle, mate, calm down here. But I think May is gone. May has no, he's not going to get a great exit here. But Whiffle's going to be right behind him. He's going to get a nice toe here as well.
Who's
Could this
that
be a move
start?
into turn 1 for Ivy Whiffle? It's a 2-10 gap. He seems a bit too far back. It's going to be nothing here, but May has got a bit... I guess... Was that rain? No, it's getting a bit sunny, but Whiffle's got the better exit. That is the race lead for Ivy Whiffle. That was a superb move. There's been a
Let's get
yellow
spun.
flag. Oh, not this. I feel so
one
bad for
is
Mosquito,
10-2.
mate. I feel so bad. Loki is up into P8. He's now hunting down his teammate from 2.5 seconds. But Whiffle has now got the race lead. Could this be the win he has been looking for all season? And May has fallen back so much. It is going to rain. It is just a matter of time, surely.
100%.
There is no other gaps so close to this Anton onto Hatham. Hatham on those old hard tyres. That took really long for me to say. The old hard tyres not really doing him the best of grip right now. But yes, it's getting a bit sunnier. In sort of.
No, I think the sun's hiding behind the clouds. It was doing the last lap as well.
Oh, this is gonna be a very complicated
It's
end.
just getting darker and darker.
Yeah, maybe that's why Hatham stayed out.
Potentially. But then
That-
that wouldn't make sense for Loki got to stay out.
And there we
And
go.
then Pit.
Loki gets or loses a position onto Stricken. Stricken is now fighting back for Mercedes. He's going to have to do everything in his power to keep Loki behind, but this is not going to be ending well for Loki. He's just losing and losing time.
Bruce is
Anton.
loving this.
Yeah, Bruce is the happiest man in the building right now. Let's see, Anton is going to get a pretty decent run onto Haven here, but probably just not enough. But out of turn 1, he's going to have a lot more grip and a lot more fucking traction. What can he do? Keeps it in 4th gear. Under the right-hander, but nothing from it. Just doesn't really get the exit he wants. Loki is once again on the back of Strickland. That's it, but Loki's gone extremely wide. That's going to be a warning. That's a 3-second penalty. There I was beginning to see some cracks from Loki here. That's a 3 seconds. He retook the position from Strickland and lost it. And now there is a penalty for Loki. He needed this race to go his way. But at the top there is a 1 second gap for Ivy Whiffle. May is still looking to hunt him down. Chartman, after DCing, is still in the hunt here with Hatham right behind him, doing a good job just slowing up Anthony. But with 11 laps to go, there's not going to be a lot of time for this rain to come in and affect this race. Loki is going to overtake Stricken here, just using the battery. August Stricken want to fight this. Yes, he is. Into turn 10. Stricken is going to hold the inside line. Loki, can he fight this back around the outside? And there we go. But no, Stricken has the inside line. Stricken's going to hold it. Loki has not got enough speed around the outside. Stricken just managed to send his car and hold him, but Stricken's like a huge snap. Oh, such great racing, and he does that.
He's going to get him back on the straight, I reckon, if he gets a good exit here.
Yep, he potentially could. DRS is not open, but the sun is now back out in France. That rain scare maybe gone. Charman has picked up a 3-second penalty. Anton is right on the back of Hatham here, whose light is now flashing, and DRS is now enabled. Does Stricken did not get a position, but Loki goes wide again. He must be pushing like crazy. But Stricken is going to pull right to the back of him. There's been a little... No, probably just missed him, actually. So he didn't, I don't think he touched him. Savant picks up another 3 seconds, but he is still in the points as of yet. Loki probably does go wide, probably does get another warning there. Anton is going to get the position onto Hatham down into the chicane. Not going to be much of a fight from the Williams. Let's see, does Stricken close up enough? No, he does not. Loki is just going to hold that position for the minute. But the battery advantage is going to go to Stricken. But these two are having a lovely scrap here. Loki doesn't really have a lot of left to defend with. Stricken is going to use the battery to go around the outside here again. This is going to be Stricken versus Loki. Round 2. Let's see, Loki is going to have the inside line. Stricken's going to go all the way around the outside into 11. Loki once again trying to do what Stricken did to him because Sun gets caught up the inside. Stricken's gone wide, couldn't hold it in
Look how much
time.
May's gained.
Yeah, May, let's see if he can get that better exit you were talking about.
Pretty similar.
Pretty similar. But Stricken is very much in touching his... As Loki got pitting. Loki God's in the pit lane.
What is it?
What on earth?
This is confusing. He's thrown this.
He got
What's he gone
damage.
to?
He must have damage.
Yeah, he's got a wing there. Yeah, he's got damage.
Yeah, but he's lifting his
left
front leg.
end plate.
Where from?
Maybe he did. Did he hit anyone? Or?
No.
Strange though. Oh, why is he waiting? Oh, he just lagged. That was me.
Let's see, May is going to get another dosing of DRS here, down the back straight. There is just 9 laps to go here for Ivy Whiffle. He's going to try and do everything in his power to pick up this race win for Alfa Romeo, who so desperately need it right now. The Alpines are also having a pretty good race, sat in 4th and 6th place. But Anton on a potential podium here, if he can just push enough to close up to Chartman. Scarito is right on the back of Haytham here, but Curly is still putting in some decent lap times to close up the gap onto Haytham and onto Scarito. At the front, May is so close. He is in touching distance of retaking this race lead from Ivy Whiffle. But those mediums are not giving out what Whiffle needs right now. And I thought May spun then. That was extremely confusing. Let's see. May is going to hold this final turn. He's going to get on the power nice and early. This should be the run that May needs. He's under 4/10. He's got the battery. He's got the DRS. He's got the slipstream. Does he have the power from the Avatari engine? No, he doesn't. He just does not gain at all.
I think Ivy's got way less downforce.
Yeah, I totally agree. Scarito is right on the back of Haytham here as well. Going out of or coming on the exit of turn 2. Does not get the move done. Mosquito is right on the back of Savant here as well. Can he make anything of this? Savant on the same lap, hard tyre. Mosquito does back off a bit on the power. Going to let Savant a bit run away from him a slight bit. Scarito is still gaining with May. I think he's got the DRS. Yes, he does. May is going to have a huge run into the chicane up to turn 10. Whiffle breaks late. May's going to buy his time. He's going to go for the switchback and get himself the better run. But Whiffle matches him on that cornering speed. The full traction of both drivers causing no advantage of racing lines. But May's going to try around the outside. Can he make it stick? Yeah, oh, there's been a huge wobble from May there. It's been a huge wobble. He's going to hold it still. He does not have the bravery to send it into turn 11. I got really confusing because the camera angle didn't show the cars. It just showed the turn. I didn't see what was happening. May has still got a pretty good shot here of taking this race lead back. The hard tyres seem to be doing a bit much more than the medium tyre. He's going to have the DRS here into turn 1. He's going to close down just under a tenth. This is a hard corner to overtake it. Both of them are draining their batteries, but May is ahead into turn 1, but Whiffle is not going to back down. They're both going to go wheel to wheel. May holds the right hander. Whiffle goes round the outside. He gets enough traction. May cannot hold it well enough. Whiffle is going to hold on to this race lead. I don't want to shout there. I didn't want to shout. Whiffle is just pulling away now. 4/10 is the gap. May is going to get another run here with the DRS. It's going to be a pretty close. Both of them are draining their full of batteries. All that liquidy goodness is going away from their disposal. May into turn 9, into the chicane, just has to back out of Whiffle. Whiffle is really getting his elbows out here. Scarito picks up a 3-second penalty. That puts him on to 8 now. But May has really fallen back from Ivy Whiffle now.
Haytham's going to have to pit, don't you think? 19 lap half.
Yeah, the rain doesn't really look like it's coming.
Yeah, just had a few clouds coming over, that's it.
Yeah, but this, I'm pretty sure this is Loki's race over unless he can pick up the fastest lap on the soft tyre. But I'm curious over what happened. I didn't see him hit anything or anyone.
No, potentially when we weren't looking at him, he may have
Yeah,
climbed up into
surely.
his pace.
But what we're not looking at here is Chartman has closed up to the back of these two. We cannot count Chartman out of this race now. The gaps.
Doesn't even get his penalty removed.
Wait, he has a penalty?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's look, Scarito is once again still hunting down on Gahatham, who is actually doing quite well to manage his cars here. Let's have a quick look at May. There's a bit of weaving from the Alfa Romeo. That's nothing. It's actually not too bad, actually, so I do apologise for it. May into turn 10 is clearly not enough. That's turn 9, isn't it? Not turn 10. I went really stupid there. I was getting the corner numbers wrong, as I normally do. May is still picking up a slipstream here onto Whiffle. This section of the track does have an overtaking opportunity. If you are brave enough to take it, May is going to back out early, but going to get a huge run. But Whiffle's just hugging that inside line, and May picks up a 3 seconds.
I think he could get that removed because he had to back out.
Yeah, he actually would. Hatham is going to try and get the position back onto Scarito, but Scarito's going to hold it very nicely around the outside. Whiffle is really getting aggressive out here. We saw it with Chartman, and we're seeing it now with Ivy Whiffle. Can you check how many warnings he has, by the way, Whiffle?
Yep. He's sitting on...
So, like, May once again, I think May really just has to back out of trying to fight this a lot. Once again into turn 1, Whiffle's going to have the outside line into turn 2, but May does get the race lead for the second. Whiffle fights it once again. Chartman is right up amongst this. May into turn 3 does once again have the inside line, and there's been a lot of contact. There's been a spin. Oh no, I thought it was Whiffle. Whiffle's going to get a much better, nicer switchback into turn 6. You don't see overtaking opportunities there. May is being fully forced off the track here. But he's going to get DRS onto Whiffle. But Chartman's also going to be in contention here. May's going to have the inside line.
Out of ERS.
Yeah, let's have a look. May into the chicane. Whiffle's going to fight it. And he's going to hug the inside line once again. Chartman is right up amongst this. But somehow, Whiffle is holding on. I really don't understand how he's holding on. Hatham picks up the position onto Stricken Das, but he did go off the track, so he will probably give up that position. May, once again, he's going to go down the inside, but he's going to have the inside line this time. There's a huge amount of contact from Whiffle and May, but Whiffle just holds it around the outside again. May is going to try and fight this back. He does go off the track in doing so, probably going to pick up a warning. How many warnings does Whiffle have, by the way?
2.
2, so it's all going to be up close now for Whiffle. Chartman's going to be right up amongst us trying to get revenge, and there's a yellow flag in sector 3. That is going to be Deadly Mosquito. I think May should back off off his push right now, to be honest. Save his battery and go for a definite move. Because it's going to be round 3 of May into Whiffle. Into turn 1, but I think May's going to have it done this time. But Whiffle once again gets enough traction out of turn 2. May's going to have the inside line. It's going to be out who breaks later. And there's another bit of contact with May. I think May's gone. May's spun. Now it is all up to Chartman onto Whiffle now. But I think the spin was due to contact, no?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I think
Whiffle
could have more space. May could have gone.
Whiffle is getting a bit argy-bargy out here. He's doing everything. When out Chartman, we've seen these Qs scrap already today. Chartman does look to go up the inside, but does not just do enough. Whiffle saw it coming. Whiffle is doing everything to keep in this lead, but Anton also now is putting himself into a bit of contention here. Because with Chartman's penalty and Whiffle's tyres going to go off the cliff ever so shortly, Anton could be in a position here to close up.
Chartman gave Whiffle a bit of a tap at the behind. Getting very impatient, I reckon, behind him.
Yep, he definitely is. The medium tyres is not going to be giving... Oh, Whiffle goes really deep. Charm's going to be patient and wait for the DRS, but he's going to hold it around the outside of 15. He's going to go for a switchback. He's going to deploy early. This should just be the move for Chartman. But he just doesn't have the straight line speed. It's gonna be one-on-one again into turn one. Chartman just back off a bit there. He's gonna let Whiffle keep hold of that racing, but Anton is now hunting these two down. None of these drivers are listening to me. Be patient. Wait for your battery to save up. Then go for the move. There's no point scrapping for this position because you're losing every single time. There's been a yellow flag of stricken Das. Haytham is still on those 23 lap hards. He's done an incredible job so far, but he is going to have to make a pit stop, unfortunately. Anton has fallen back from this pack a little bit, but he is the one with the most battery here. He needs EQs to fight like hell to bring him back into this race contention. This has been an unbelievable scrap. May is back into P5, but he is hunting down Scarito. I think he'll make light work of that. Anton is still falling back a bit here. He needs to push to try and get into this pack. Chartman and Whiffle are still very close to each other, but nothing's done it. May gets the position onto Scarito. Chartman is going to be right behind Whiffle here. Anton is still hunting these two down. He just not has the confidence to push a little bit more. Chartman and Whiffle are still wheel to wheel. Chartman is just doing everything he can, but he's going to have to serve that he's going to have a 3-second penalty though. But Whiffle could as well. Chartman is going to use no battery. He may be listening to me. He has to be nice and patient, but he also needs to get ahead of Whiffle in time to get rid of that 3 seconds. Into turn one, Chartman goes. Whiffle just knows that braking zone very, very nicely. Anton's right behind him on the 40% battery as well. He's going to be right behind Chartman here. 3/10 gap. Whiffle maybe just has done enough for the minute to pull away, but Whiffle has to be so careful because of the 3-second penalties. One could cost him this race win. He's had his elbows out today and taking Mosquito picks up a 3 seconds. Charman has massively fallen back here. Anton is in pole position for that P2 right now, unless Whiffle or himself can get a penalty to change that position. Stricken Das also picks up a 3-second penalty. Anton has closed onto the back. Also, May is there. May is back. May is here also. It's going to be a 4-way scrap. Just under a second gap between 4 cars. Scarito is also in this fight, but with those penalties he will be demoted a position from Curly. Anton is going to try and get the move onto Chartman up into turn 13. Nothing. Someone tell Hytham it's the rules, you have to make a stop. I'm not. He's doing an Alex Albon, that's all he's doing. Let's have a look. No, he hasn't pitted yet. He's going to probably pit last lap onto the softs.
Yeah.
Oh, and Anton is just going to let May go right past him.
Oh, he's pitting now.
Why has Anton just done that? He's let May go ahead of him. He obviously fancies May's chances a bit more than his, and he's got that penalty anyway. There's been a yellow flag. That is Savannah. I thought that was at the front of the pack then. But May is now looking to hunt this pack again. Anton knows he doesn't have to fight these lot. He has to be in the right position at the right time. At this rate, there will be a collision. And there is just 2 laps to go. This could go anywhere. Chartman is right behind him. He's going to have the DRS, but May, I think, is in the better position to fight with Whiffle here. He is evidently quicker.
Once again, it's getting very dark.
No, it's only 1 lap or 2 laps left, so it shouldn't be an issue. And Chartman's had a huge lag spike then. What was that? May has to get this moved up, but Whiffle's pulled out DRS.
Chartman's left the game.
Chartman's gone!
No.
Can you send an invite to the tier 2 chat quickly? I'll keep an eye on this. May is going to be right behind Whiffle now, but with one lap to go and 1.4 seconds gap is not going to be enough. Chartman has DC'd. I did say he had a big moment, not a moment, but a lag spike, and that is devastating for him. He's had a bit of an issue with his connection tonight, and that is just devastating for Chartman. He's going to lose 2 positions minimum here. But here we are now, about to approach on our final lap of the French Grand Prix. And it's fair to say it has been a thriller. Chartman is back in the car, but it's not going to be any positions for him. May is having to push like crazy to close his gap, but I think it's going to go Ivy Whiffle's way today. He's got his elbows out. He's had a little bit of an incident with May, so we'll see where that goes into the steward's room. But he's definitely had his elbows out. That is true. Charman would have gained onto May. It is brutal for Charman, but May isn't going to lose. May's going to lose at least one position anyway. And Charman's going to get P4 because of a Scarito penalty. But I think this is going to go Ivy Whiffle's way. In round 15, we have had 12 different winners. I think we are about to make it 13 out of 15, or 13 out of... Wait, hang on. No, it's 12 out of 14. Now it's going to be 13 out of 15. And there was rain. I just saw rain. But it's not going to come in time. May picks up at 3 seconds. That's not going to change his position, but the rain is coming. Whiffle's going to have a huge few corners here.
May, I think. No, it's not. Wait, potentially if he can gain a couple more attempts. That's going to be good.
But I think it's going to be Whiffle's day here in Tier 2. Noble picks up the fastest lap of the race, but it is raining. Just has to be nice and careful. Here, in the southern part of France, it is going to be Alfa Romeo and Whiffle's day. Whiffle wins the French Grand Prix. May in P2. Anton picks up the P2. May in P3. Chartman picks home P4. Carly P3! Oh my, what a race. What a race.
That may not have been the win that Jack predicted, but it's a podium.
He was close. Deadly Mosquito, I think, should come home P7 here.
So that's out of fuel, by the way. He's going to be overtaken by Noble. With his 24 seconds, apparently it doesn't matter, but...
But it is going to be Whiffle's day in Tier 2. But he will be in the steward's room today, that is no doubt. But he wins the French Grand Prix. But that was one of the better entertaining races I've seen here.
Right, let's watch someone slowly come across the line.
Bruce is going to be one happy man tonight.
I wouldn't go that far, Bruce. He's so good.
He had his elbows out today.
Imagine this was 10 more laps of racing. Proper into conditions now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, still gradually making its way to the line. How many penalties is it till you get disqualified?
A lot.
How is that at 10 seconds? You won't have to track it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's on.
But the final car across the line is going to be Savant. But that was a brilliant race, despite there was a bit of contact at the front. That couldn't have been better.
Yeah. Cool. Who's your driver of the day then?
Despite having a lot of... I'm just going to go Ivy Whiffle, to be fair.
Okay. Let me have a look at the position gains first, and then I'll tell you.
But it is finally a win for Ivy Whiffle. He was robbed in Mexico, but it is his day in France. He's doing the gritty. Just shows how toxic this game can be. It's an Anton P2 for the Alpine team. It's a very, very strong result for Alpine. Their new driver pairing in France has not disappointed today. And Curly picks up the P3.
Ivor was going to be my driver of the day as well.
Yeah, but I think... I like hard racing. I like hard racing.
All the way to first. A couple little dodgy moments, but overall a very good race for him.
But in round 15, it is Ivy Whiffle who, to be honest, I think should have had this race win a lot earlier in the season. Anton P2 in the Alpine. Very, very strong result. And the surprise here is Curly, who's had a lot of luck this season. He's picked up his first win in GRL quicker than me. He's also picked up his podium. Not quicker. Well, maybe not quicker than me, I'm not too sure. May in P4 had a little bit of a tangle with Whiffle, which probably will go into the incident reports tonight. Chartman in P5, who was so unlucky to lose that podium position. Scarito won his debut into P6. Begley, Mosquito and Stricken in 7 and 8. Not another good day for the team from Brackley. P9 was Hatham, who did 25 laps on the hards. I would give an honourable mention to him. And then Loki picked up a P10 result. So for the championship, May extends his lead at the top by a further 12 points, or 15 points, or 12. I don't know. Well, anyway, would know. Next week we are at. Where are we at? Where are we at?
Not a very popular man in the tier 2.
No, he's definitely not. As I said, we're gonna have a very busy evening.
Right.
And next week it is a Ferrari homecoming in Monza, who can hopefully bring a bit of luck. And that will be our round 16. With 5 races to go, May does take the opportunity to extend the gap, but just not by enough. But that has been me, myself, and Go Slow. We are live in Tier 1 in just half an hour. That will be on WTL Curly's Twitch channel. If anyone from other than GRL is watching, please try and get in contact with me if you are interested in joining our one of 2 divisions here. But that has been Tier 2. This is GRL, and that was the French Grand Prix in round 15. 5 races to go, and the tournament and the championship is very much wide open. Thank you all for watching, and good